Guys, it's Tracy. I'm coming to you from a different spot in my house because I think that room I was in before was echoing. So let me know on the event page if there's any issues or you can't hear me. I've got my iPad here to go over the questions and stuff. So I wanted to first of all commend you guys because you guys are killing September. You're absolutely killing September. All of you from all teams are really making this happen, and I'm not sure why my hair is sticking out. What's going on? So anyway, I kind of ran down here to get this started. So anyway, except a lot of times things are a little bit slower in the latter part of the year and stuff, and we have really changed how things are going. And I'm so impressed with what you guys are doing, and I love that we are continuing this no excuses September. That we're not using the word frustrated or discouraged. You guys are clearly not doing that. You're building your teams, and it's that momentum is literally going to take you into the latter fall and holiday months, and then gear up for January, February, March, and April, all those really big It Works months. So I love that we had our biggest month ever last month as a team, and by a long shot. And so that tells me you guys are working really, really hard, and I just love that. So wanted to give you a couple of heads up. Next week they are planning on announcing conference, like within the next week or two, and most likely it'll be at Dash. Dash is an event that is held for the top 75 earners of the company, and they're taking down to Florida, and they have like a leadership summit kind of thing, and that is next week, and there are expected to be some announcements down there, with conference being one of them. But in preparation for that, I want you to make sure that you're getting your finances together to buy your tickets. Everybody within earshot of this video needs to plan on going to conference, whether you're brand new, whether you've been in for a while or not. It doesn't matter. You need to plan on being at conference. And let me tell you why. It's so incredible to get into a room full of people, like-minded people, and the energy and just the announcements that come are amazing, and the stories. I guarantee you'll connect with at least one story that will make you, it'll just light your business on fire, and it'll totally inspire you. Plus, we have so much fun in our downtime and being there with your teams, and it's just, I can't say enough about it. And as of right now, it's looking to be in Tampa the first week of February, that first Thursday, Friday, Saturday of February. So make sure to mark your calendars, get your finances in order. The past 3 years, the early bird price on tickets has been $179, worth every penny. I know that maybe sounds like a lot, but you've got to invest in your business and go. They have been letting us do a payment plan where you can pay for your tickets in 3 installments. So you could do 60, 60, 60, or something like that. I think you have like a maintenance fee or something, but about $60 a pop. So plan on being there. Just get your stuff in order right now so that you can buy your conference ticket within the next couple of weeks, because it's going to sell out. The Tampa Convention Center cannot hold as many as the Orlando one. So, and again, it's not confirmed in Tampa, but that's word on the street. So make sure that you are getting your finances in order so you can go. I want to see each and every one of you. We will, as a team, meet down there. Some of us will be meeting for the first time, even though we kind of already know each other. So make sure you're doing that. Also want to give you a heads up. We are going to be making some changes on the Skinny Wrap Darlings page. So kind of finalizing some things like that, but we're going to change some things. We're going to really mix it up and change up how we're doing our team page. I really want it to be the most effective teaching tool that it can for you. And so we're going to create some pages that are better for our newbies. Our newbies are getting lost. Darlings is a big page. It's been around for 3 years, and it's got some great information, but it's a big page, so it's easy to get lost when you're new. So we're going to create some tools that are effective for our new people. So be on the lookout, because it's coming pretty quickly. And I'll definitely explain more about it. I'll probably do like a video or hangout or webinar, something like that, to do that for you guys. So anyway, heads up on that. So I'm going to dive into your questions, and then I want to close with some thoughts that have been on my mind this week, and some aha moments I've had in my business in the last probably 30 days or so, and I really want to share that with you guys. So I'm just going to dive into your questions. Casey wants to know how many times you message people who seem interested in signing, like they initiated the contact of the products, and then you follow up and nothing. Using the 2-week or 2-day, 2-week, 2-month schedule. I like that schedule. You know, and the more you do this, the better you get at this. But remaining in control of that situation is the best scenario. For example, don't just say, here's my website, go sign up, because I guarantee you're going to be waiting on people if you do that. I really try to tell people when they're ready to sign up, give them a couple of options. Say, okay, I can call you at this time or this time to get you signed up. It takes about 5 minutes. Which one works better for you? So that might alleviate a little bit of it in the beginning, where they're just, you know, kind of procrastinating a little bit. But if someone goes silent on you, there might be a reason. Maybe something financially has come up and they can't sign up, or, you know, maybe they just don't want to tell you that, or something like that. But the 2-day, 2-week, 2-month rule is good. And by that I mean, if someone says they're going to sign up, either loyal customer or distributor, and they haven't yet, you know, especially on the customer side, and a couple of days I'm like, hey, I kept waiting for your order to come through. Do you want me to call you and get that done? Or I'm putting in some orders. I can help you get that done if you like. Kind of where you're coming at it from a perspective that you're willing to help them. A couple of weeks then is a good, you know, additional follow-up if they don't get back to you. And then give it a couple months. And then just to check in, you know, just crossed my mind today. Wanted to touch base with you and see how you were doing. I saw that picture of your kids. They were so cute. Are you still interested in, you know, in the wraps or whatever product it was? So that is a really good rule of thumb. So you're actually on target there with the 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, just kind of a general rule of thumb. I'm with you. I don't want to, you know, pressure people. And, you know, if I put myself in their shoes, if I had said I was going to order something and I didn't, there was probably a reason. So anyway, you know, it's important that you not pester, but it's okay to help people and to lead people, you know, to getting signed up. So sometimes people just get busy and they forget and they appreciate the help, and then sometimes there's a reason. So kind of expounding on your question, Casey says, I have a potential who has said she will enroll as a loyal customer at the beginning of October, and she has interest in becoming a distributor, but isn't sure she has the time. Is it best to sign her as a loyal when she's ready and just keep being consistent with her? I brought her to the event the other night, which is good. Well done. So that's a good question. You know, my suggestion to you in a situation like that would be to interview her and ask her, what is her goal out of this? And give her suggestions on how you work this into your life, and let her know that obviously there's a lot of training and support, but that most people who start this business have full-time jobs. And that's actually kind of a plus, because you may not have as much time, but what you are is around a lot of other people. And you're constantly, you know, in the presence of other people where you can grow your business. One of my girls that's really rocking right now is in nursing school, and they are incredibly busy. I mean, there's just no spare time. But being around all those nursing school students who are tired, don't want to get sick, are stressed, you know, don't have time to work out as much, what a perfect target market. So, you know, it's not a bad thing to be busy and to be around people, so you can kind of spin it that way. But you want to make sure, like you're saying here, that you don't take her down the road of distributor when loyal customer is what she needed to be, because you make money on loyal customers always. Only sometimes do distributors make you money. So if a customer suits you better, then, you know, take her down that route. But I would interview her. I'd get her on the phone or in person if you can. Say, what are your goals? And show her the steps to success. That it's a roadmap, not a sales quota, but a roadmap that we have to do to grow our businesses. And then find out if she really doesn't think she has time, then let her be a loyal first. And loyals can make really good distributors, especially once they have a testimonial of their product. So great question there. But yeah, just interview her, find out what suits her best. Okay. Nicole said, talking about when you're calling someone and you get their voicemail, to leave a voice message. I do not leave voicemails. I don't, because to me that's a contact. You know what I mean? And so it kind of falls into what Casey said and how many times you've contacted somebody. So if I do call someone and they're not there, I do not leave a voice message, so that it doesn't seem like it's just one more contact and, you know, where you're initiating the contact. So that's personal preference. And I've heard the same thing too. And I actually took that advice and think that's a good idea. Desiree wants to know, what are some tried and true tips for doing a vendor booth? There are a lot of YouTube videos out there on vendor events, and one of the best was out there. Lisa Fuller does some really, really good ones. There's another lady, Dana, Dana Torrey. I'll have to maybe post in some links and stuff, but there's lots of YouTube out there. Google YouTube or through YouTube, It Works vendor events or expos, um, tips and things like that, because you will find lots of info. But I'll tell you what's worked for me and what hasn't worked for me. First of all, you do not want to do any of these humongous bridal fairs that cost $800 or $900 to do. Even split amongst a bunch of people is not worth it, because I'll tell you why. Bridal fairs, people are going to look and to sample and not buy anything. That, you know, they'll put their name in anything, and the drawing things, I've done away with free drawings for like a free wrap or anything like that. I've completely done away with that, because most of those people they're not viable leads. They're just putting their name in for a free thing. What I have done is, once I talk to someone, is then we can do a drawing. So I want to say that I summarily don't have any type of drawing, but I don't just let any. If I do have one, I don't let just anybody enter that. So what has worked for me? I did a women's expo in April with Kristen Jansen, and we signed up 15 loyal customers that day with this one trick. And this was advice that Lisa Fuller, or no, Dana Torrey said. She said, you can get one wrap for $25, or you can get 4 for $59. And we sold one wrap that day and signed 15 loyal customers. And usually you'll sell more single wraps than you will loyal customers. So that works much, much better. If you can get a sign in some way, print it, frame it. But what suggests you can do one wrap for $25, or you can get 4 for $59, and it as quickly as you can, explain the loyal customer program. So that has really worked for me. You know, any way that you can have before and afters. I will give you those digital frames that you guys can that you can buy pretty cheaply now. Load the little card that goes into it with a bunch of before and afters, and have that at, as long as you have power. That's an important thing you need to be able to plug in. But have those as before and afters. Have a clipboard in your hand with some Blitz cards, a loyal customer order forms, even a couple distributor applications. Have that in your hand with the pen. Have a dry wrap on you. You might even wrap. You might even show yourself wrap if you want to do that. If you can find like a cheap mannequin somewhere, one thing, don't go and spend a bunch of money. I have built my distributor exhibit, booth over time. And so just the dollar store is a great resource, but less is more on your table. Do not overclutter your table. Do not, put a bunch of stuff, because that clutters people's brains and they can't see. Have a few product catalogs available. Of course, have your Blitz cards, but you don't have to hand them to everybody. You know what I mean? I only give my Blitz cards there. Those are 15 cents a pop. I do not give those to everybody. I give those to the ones that I've had a serious conversation. Definitely, have a few of our products on display. Empty bottles are better in case somebody would swipe one of them. But yeah, just to have a few products on display. Some cute little things like, if you can find some little acrylic diamonds or something, anything to make it pretty. But black and lime green, go get some fabric, some contrasting fabric at Walmart. They have lime green fabric for like $2 a yard. Keep it simple. Find ways to stack and get some elevation to your table. When I first started, I would get like a black sheet or a black, tablecloth or fabric or lime green, and I would take empty boxes and stack those and then cover them with fabric. And that's free to do, basically. A couple bucks of fabric and then the free boxes. So anything like that to provide some depth to your table. You don't need to display all of our products. Sometimes you could sample greens if you want to. It depends on the event. Have some wraps on hand to sell in some cute little Hobby Lobby bags that are like 10 cents each. If someone wants to do the single wrap, and just to call them like wrap kits, or you could put it in a water bottle from the dollar store. Those are great ideas for things that make sure in your hand you have a clipboard with loyal customer forms, a pen, Blitz card, and a dry wrap, so that you can talk to people with that. Be in front of your booth. Be happy, be smiling, be dressed well. An It Works shirt if you have one. If not, black and lime green. Just be professional and smile and happy like you're having fun. Do not stand there on your phone. Be engaged. Talk to other vendors. Other vendors are fantastic leads for, maybe they want to try wraps or things or other events, things like that. So that's some of my best tips on expos. How often should you follow up with a loyal that's already signed? Good question. This is one of the things I wanted to stress tonight, taking care of your loyals. If you're a brand new distributor and you don't have any distributors, because we're going to talk about taking care of your distributors tonight, but if you don't have any yet, it's very, very important either way to take care of your loyals. I make sure that I've written down my loyals, and I'm getting more and more, I'm getting better at this. I wish I had done this better from the start, and I had kept better track of my loyals, but you need to keep like a binder on your loyals and have all your stuff in there. But make sure you know what they're ordering. I always go and I shoot them an email. Definitely want to. After the 25th of the month, everybody's orders have run. So in that last week, you need to be touching base with your loyal customers and reminding them, checking in on their products, reminding them to set their next order. I do not use the word auto ship. Hey, just a reminder to set your October order to whatever you want it to be. Recommend a product. Have you tried the green? Hey, you've got such and such perk points. In their third month, as soon as their third order is run, I do not say, hey, now you can turn your auto ship off. I say, great news, you're entering your fourth month and you've got free shipping on your monthly order. And I say, you've got this many perk points. On the fourth month, I say, you're only 2 months. How's that free shipping going? You're only 2 months from your $50 shopping spree. So go in and see what your customer ordered so that you can ask them a specific question. How's the hair, skin, and nails? And however you communicated with them in the beginning, like if they've reached out to you by text or Facebook message or email, that's how I reach out to them and stay in contact with them. And then you can make a little note on your loyal customer tracking form that how you stay in touch with them. I have month 1, month 2, month 3, and this section for notes and the conversations we've had. Troubleshoot with them if they're having issues with their products or whatever, any customer service issues. The more you take care of your loyals, the better off you're going to be, because they're going to stay with you, they're going to order longer, they're not going to fall off after 3 months, and a lot of them become distributors. If you have loyal customers who are having good results, say, hey, have you ever thought about making money with these products? You love them already, might as well be making money with them. So that's, to me, where a lot of my current distributors have come from, is for former loyal customers. How often should you follow up with potential? We've talked a little bit about that with the 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months kind of rule. If you've got a potential distributor, I would say once a month, but toward the end of the month, hey, month is ending, that man, this month flew by. I can't believe it's already, almost October. Couple little chit chats. Say, I just can't, you cross my mind. I just can't help but think you would make a great distributor. I would love to work with you. What would it take to get you started with me? Something like that. When they fall off the face of the earth, that's it's going to fall into the same category. I keep reaching out to people. I had talked to one of my favorite stories, and I hope she's on here, is Amy Martin. I went to high school with Amy. She was one of my very first loyal customers in 2012. And she stayed a pretty faithful, loyal customer for a long time, loved the products. We talked about the business, was it the right time? And, I actually hadn't talked to her in a while about this, but I had stayed consistent on Facebook. And, every now and again, I shot her a message or whatnot. In April, okay, she'd been a customer for almost 3 years, you guys. In April, on the last day of the month, she messaged me and said, you're not going to believe this. She said, I'm ready. Just like that. And that is a true testament to consistency in the business and in putting it out there that you're having a good time with It Works, that you're having your successes and helping people, whatever. But, I'd almost even kind of let her fall too far off the radar, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself. But, she just hadn't expressed interest in a while, and I had just kind of let her go. So I think it's just as on a case-by-case basis. It depends on how into the process you had gotten. If they were, if something specific derailed them in a month, then definitely follow up with them. Set a time. That's the best advice I can give you, is set a time. say, can I follow up with you next month? Or say, hey, I'm going to put it on my calendar, so I don't forget. When do you want me to touch base with you? So that they kind of set the appointment. And then it's not surprise or any annoyance that you follow up with them because they said it. So case by case basis, if they're a potential distributor, probably every month. I don't think that's a bad thing. Stacey Wassenberger said on our call last week that someone had followed up with her every month, or actually, I think she said every week, but probably every month is enough, or every couple of weeks at the most. You don't want to bother anybody, but you want to be consistent. Should we be charging tax on wraps when we sell them? No, you do not have to charge tax, and the reason is you've already paid tax. When you bought the wrap, you paid sales tax, so you do not have to then turn around and charge tax again. So, good question. Kyla said, how long is the last? We're usually only here about half an hour, by the way. I try to keep these pretty close to half an hour, at the most. Let's see here. Let me read Ellen's question real quick, okay? Let's see. Okay, so our question is about getting to Ruby. This is an important thing because she has somebody that won't sign because she's not Ruby yet and doesn't believe that it can be done in a faster amount of time. Everybody is different. We have people that have been in 6 months and are not Ruby. We have people that have been in a year and maybe aren't Ruby. It's not a good idea to compare. We are all moving at our own pace, and if you're having to convince someone to sign up, I would probably stop right there. And this is a painful lesson I have learned along the way. I used to sign anything with a pulse, okay? I truly did. Now I'm much more selective about who I sign, and I want someone to recognize this opportunity and not me have to convince them. It's okay to suggest, to help them with their fears and maybe things that they say, I don't know if I'm a salesman, I don't know if I have time. It's okay to address those. But if you're having to convince someone to sign up, then you're going to be convincing them to work after the fact. So all they're going to do is spend 99 bucks and just blow it and just be more frustrating, another empty box on your chart. So I went Ruby in 3 weeks, but at the same time, we all work at our own pace. So, we've had people go Ruby, double promote, and it's just everybody is different. And what I do when I'm talking to somebody about the business, I put the party pad in front of them. I go through the party pad. I show them the steps to success. If the bonuses are there, we talk about that. But I really focus on the long-term picture. A bonus is just a bonus, so it's not a heavy recruiting tool for me. You just show them the opportunity, and if the time's not right, the time's not right. That's okay. You need people in your pipeline, I call it, so down the road. I have a girl that's signing this month who talked about last month. She said, you know what, just actually give me a month. Contact me in about a month, and then I'll be ready to go. So, and that's okay if they're not ready at the time. You just go and talk to more people. Jade Hooper said something that I love. I've got 6 potentials, and none of them will sign. Well, you know what her advice was on that? You're not talking to enough people. If you've got 6 people and none of them are ready to sign, then you're not talking to enough people. And that's a great way to put that. If you don't have anybody signing, you need to talk to more people. So that's what I would do. Be patient with somebody like that. But Ellen said something about rebuilding. Pam Satter, and I used to use the word rebuild all the time. Pam Satter said not to use the word rebuild, and I'll tell you why. Because we are always building. You never stop building and looking for the people who will run with this opportunity. I have been stuck at Double Diamond for a while. I'm not comfortable at Double Diamond anymore. It's a good place to be. The money is great. My husband's a Double Diamond too. I can't complain about that, but I'm not comfortable at Double Diamond anymore. I want to get to the next level, and a lot of you, same way, wherever you are, want to get to the next level. So if you're not getting there, and I for the longest time said my team is, my team that, I've had a diamond quit, I almost double quit, and that can slow your business down. But in the end, what I had to say was that I haven't found the right person yet. So it puts it back on me. That if you have people quit, or you have people get excited and get in and have some success and they quit, and you know, we just haven't found the right people yet, and that's what it boils down to. So Ellen, keep looking, keep asking, keep her on your hundreds list, and check back in with her every month, and you're gonna get to Ruby. You are gonna get to Ruby down there in that island of Hawaii. You're gonna be just fine. Everybody, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. Okay, I promise you. If you keep planting those seeds and throwing those seeds out there, growing yourself personally and understanding the business that you're in, staying on these calls, staying involved on the team pages and being motivated and putting it out there and sharing and being excited and being a product of the product, eventually that seed is going to fall on the right soil. I promise you. That's a foolproof system. If you just trust me on anything, trust me on that. If you keep planting seeds and you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, now I'm not talking about posting on Facebook and hiding out behind your computer. You need to be utilizing social media. Get out and meet people. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out and join a mom's group or a preschool group. I joined the junior league in my area. I didn't really have time to do it, but man, it has put me in front of a lot of people. And I've gotten some loyal customers of people that I wouldn't have known before. And it's for a great cause. So, you know, just here's another tip. Facebook interest groups, okay? If you have a hobby or a passion or an interest, join a group, like maybe say an exercise group, or you like to shoot guns, or groups that you have. There's a page for every interest that you can imagine. Join those groups, and don't go in there as an AWorks person. Make connections, make relationships, and friend people. Don't say a word about your business. Okay, now your page needs to say that you're an AWorks distributor and the things that you're posting, but make a friend and develop a relationship. That's how you grow your circle. But those Facebook interest groups are a great way to get out there and you know, cooking or an outdoor sport, or some moms you have things in common with, or even maybe an illness that is close to your heart, or cause. All of those things provide you opportunities to connect with people. Comment, be active, be positive on those pages, and that'll give you a way to find more people. Because let me be honest, for a lot of us, our warm market sucks. Okay, my warm market sucked when I started, and it still sucks. I have had to really reach out and build and find people, but I have, because I know this works, and so I know if I can get to enough people that this whole network marketing thing works. So that's my advice to you, Ellen. Just keep planting those seeds. She doesn't sound like she's ready yet, and I know a lot of people have people like that in their lives, and they're just trying to convince to sign up. And if you have to convince them, odds are 99.9% they're not going to be a very good distributor. It's just going to be a frustrating experience for you. So go out there and find those people who understand why you're excited and are looking for that opportunity. So, okay. In our last few minutes, I'm just going to close because I think we got all the questions answered. I'm going to share with you something that I wish had dawned on me earlier in my business. I have signed a lot of people. I like recruiting. It's probably my favorite part of this business. But one of the things that I wish I would have done sooner in my business is, this is a people business. And I think sometimes I've been guilty, and I know a lot of you have been guilty of this too. You sign somebody, you fill that box, you're on to the next. Okay, who's next? You know, and some months we sign a lot of people and it keeps things kind of crazy, but some months, you know, we're going to complete our steps to success, and maybe not even that. One of the things that we did when we did a call with Ambassador Diamond, my friend Jamie Rosecrans, a month ago, one of the things she said to me was that she's not a mass recruiter, that she would do her steps, but typically just 2, 3, 4 distributors a month was her norm. And she would really pour into those people. It is so critically important that when you bring on someone, that you become, you have a relationship with those people. They're not just a distributor and a box on your chart. They're a person with goals and with dreams and things, you know, the things that they want to accomplish for their family. And you have provided the gateway to that. But you want to get to know people. And let me tell you why. When this business gets tough, and because it does, this business has hills and valleys. When they're in a valley or when they haven't had the best day, if they're tied to you, not as a distributor upline, but as a friend, and they know that you care about them and that you care about their success, and that they're not just another box to you, then they're not going to quit on you. Okay, you get this sense that you're in something much bigger, that you're a part of something much bigger than just being a distributor for It Works Global. That you are, uh, that you learn to love your distributors, that they become family to you. And if you tie them to you like that and you to them, they will not only stay in those tougher times when maybe things aren't going quite how they want, but they will stay connected to the group. They will then in turn around and build leaders when they sign them. But the thing is, learn to develop relationships with your distributors. And it, for me, this got me so out of my comfort zone. I would much rather be talking to somebody right here on my phone like this or on a Facebook message, but you got to get on the phone with them. You got to talk to them. And this is something, I'm not saying I'm perfect at this. This is I'm a work in progress. Get on the phone, but like they were a good friend to you. Talk to them. Know how many kids they have. Know where they live. Know what, how old they are, how long they've been married, what they're interested in, and become a family. You don't have distributors yet, then learn to do this with your loyal customers. Really stay connected to your loyal customers, but especially as you bring people onto your team, people need to feel like they are a part of something bigger. And when they do, they won't leave because they love that feeling of belonging to something, and being around like-minded people that it's fun to celebrate your successes, but also when things are not going well, and maybe they've had a hater, or maybe they've had a family member say something mean to them, or 5 people turned off their auto shifts and everybody quit on them. They have a core group, and that's you. And that's you that they've developed a relationship. It's a bigger team that they've become friends with other people. That's the best thing on the planet when I could bring someone in and they're friends with not only me, but they become family with other people on the page. My distributors are sidelines or downline or whatever. So I love it when that happens. So that's a big aha moment for me. Love on your team. When your distributor signs up, send them a little something, a card or a little an inexpensive bracelet or a few Blitz cards or catalogs or one of our little green bracelets or something, just to say that they mean something to you, that it means something that they signed with you. I send my new ones a card, say thank you. Thank you for signing with me. Thank you for choosing me and going on this journey and this adventure with me. But make people feel loved and appreciated and valued, and you are going to get somewhere with them. It's not just going to be you signing people and trying to fill that chart out by yourself. It's going to be a team working together. So that's my biggest advice to you, things that have really been on my mind lately. So hope I got all your questions answered. Again, watch for the conference tickets coming in a couple weeks, maybe next week. And also make sure you get your finances in order. Watch for the changes on the team page because they're going to be big. It's going to affect how and when you add people to the pages and how we're going to do that. So you guys take care, and we'll be back on the phone with you guys next week. Talk to you soon.